Welcome to FJC Newscast.
This is the May edition.
Our first story is the PSSAs.
Let's see what Coppin staff and students think. I think it was very stressful.
Without further ado,
Let's get straight into it.
My tips for ELA PSSA test taking: to skip a multiple choice question if you're not sure of it. Sometimes questions later on in the test can help you with prior ones. Make an effort when it comes to the TDA. It's probably the easiest part of the test.
My tips for standardized testing is to stay calm, relax, remember or try to remember as much as possible as what you've learned throughout the year.
PSSA is a necessary evil. No one wants to do them, but it's something that needs to be assessed.
My opinions on the PSSA is it's a very long, tedious period in the school year, but I think in the end it's worth it because afterwards the highlight of the year really shines.
My opinion on the PSSA, they can be a lot of pressure, especially for third graders.
My opinions on the PSSAs are it's a culmination of everything the students have learned throughout the school year.
my opinion on the PSSA is it's not that fun, but after it's kind of fun because you get to just rest.
The subject I think is the hardest is math.
The subject I think the hardest is the reading.
I thought ELA was the hardest, especially for my ESOL learners, because you were unable to help them.
I think ELA would be hardest because you have the text-dependent analysis to write.
The subject I think the hardest is the reading one because of the essay at the end. It takes a long time.
I feel that the online version could possibly be tricky because it might be a little too easy for students, where they might skip something or click through something very quickly.
It's better being online than it is on paper. It's just simply more easier and efficient.
I really thought online was the easiest bet. I felt like it forced the kids to really answer the questions and not skip anything.
I like them online because it is easier to manage.
I was so happy when they were finally over.
Next up is the Multicultural Festival.
A day filled with different cultures, food, and music.
Let's see what it's all about.
Multicultural Festival is something that we started here 3 years ago, and it's really meant to have everyone celebrate their culture, their heritage. We're a very diverse school, so it's really important to us that everybody sees a little bit of themselves represented in our school. So we use it as a celebration, but we also use it as a learning tool. So each class picks a country to study, and then they complete a project around that. In the younger grades, some of that is like group project. In the upper grades, it's more individualized. And we have guest speakers who come throughout the day to speak about their culture or heritage. This year, what I hope to see and learn is the joy in learning, right? So this is something that we do that's outside of the traditional curriculum. It's unique to our school. There are other schools in the school district that do their own version of a multicultural festival, but the thing that I really enjoy about our festival is the learning that happens around it. So it's more than just a celebration. It's more than just having some food. It's more than just listening to a guest presenter. It's the learning. So I'm excited because part of our guest speakers we have some staff members this year who are presenting about their culture or their heritage. We have some parents, and then we've also partnered with some outside organizations to come in. This year we're having for the first time the American Swedish Museum that's coming. One more thing I'd like to add is this year we are also doing a combination with an art show. So when you come out to visit us in the evening, make sure that you go up in our library for Miss Franco's Glow Art Show. So lots of things for families in the evening. We will be here from 5 to 7. We ask you to come enjoy some food for a tasting of the different foods that will be prepared and donated by families. Take a walk with your children in the hallways and view the different projects that are displayed. Listen to the African Steel Drum Band, which weather permitting, they will be outside.
I learned a lot about different cultures.
Our next segment is Staff Spotlight.
And
And the staff member is
Miss Ella.
My job duties is to support students one-to-one in the classroom, so I help them with their classwork and I help them with problems they can't solve. What made me get into the field of education is during COVID, my niece was struggling with virtual school and I had to teach her, so I realized that I can teach a whole bunch of students. I'm actually in the Power Pathway program to become a teacher. One piece of advice I would give to students is that to never give up, even if it seems hard now, that it will be worth it in the end. If I wasn't a teacher or in the education field at all, I would be a social worker because I still want to help children succeed. A couple things I do on my free time is I like to watch TV and just relax, and I really like to catch up on my sleep.
Miss Ellis, a great staff member.
This is our last newscast for the year. I had a fun time being an anchor.
I had such a blast being an anchor.
Being an anchor was awesome.
Hope to see you guys next year.
You know it. The Lord.